Let's get it, guys. We are live. No, brother, you're not late. We're about to get started, man. Go ahead and start dropping whatever games y'all want to discuss. What games y'all want to get started with? I let you guys lead the conversation, man. Whatever games you guys want to discuss. Let's get it. Saturday. Let's cook it up. Uh, 5 minutes. All right, guys, we're about to get started. Sorry, just had to take care of some business here. UCF, man. UCF game was crazy yesterday. How the hell did they pull their starting quarterback update? Scott Frost, man. That was a hell of a decision. Somehow UCF. What games y'all want to discuss, man? Drop it in the chat. And I'm just letting the Discord know that we are live Saturday game day. All right, guys, let's get started. Oregon, SMU. What's up, King Vega? How you doing, brother? How's college basketball treating you so far, man? Shoot, we are still not live on YouTube. There we go. There we go. Now we're live. BYU versus Texas Tech, their quarterbacks and the passing touchdowns. Sis, I'm not a big prop guy, and especially not with college football. I can't really help you with the college football props, but we can talk about the BYU and TTU side if that's what you want to talk about. Hustle wants to talk about Clemson, BYU Tech. Am I late? No, you're not late, man. Anniversary today, so I'm not going to be on the Discord much. Let's make it a good day. Hell yeah, man. Let's get it, man. Especially when you guys have a busy day, when y'all have things to do, man. I just want you guys to be able to look at the top plays and just copy and paste them and come out positive at the end of the night, man. That's all that matters. All right, guys. Let's talk about Texas Tech versus BYU. That's a game that's getting started here at 12 noon kickoff. We are talking BYU versus Texas Tech. This one is an interesting one, man. I've been thinking about this one all week. Let's put up a poll for this one real quick, guys. Give me red for Texas Tech. Give me blue for BYU. What side are you on? This line is up to, looks like 13.5 now at some places. What side are you guys on between BYU and Texas Tech? Blue for BYU, red for Texas Tech. This line opened up 10.5 with Texas Tech favored. It is up to 12.5, and it looks like 13.5 is what we're seeing this morning. Hit the follow button, guys, if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Let's get it, man. Let's talk about BYU versus Texas Tech. Guys, been thinking about this game all week, man. You definitely have a number here. A number, you guys, I can't say the S word, but you guys, we have a number here with 12.5, 13.5 in some places now that obviously, guys, it's very telling, okay? The price is very telling. This is a skill that kind of goes across any sport. You can look at any sport, and when you're looking at a team that's favored, especially favored by this much, the price is very telling, guys. There's really only long-term, there's only one way to play this, okay? I could keep this short and simple right now. There's only one way to play this, and that would be Texas Tech, okay? There's no sense of this line being looking this inflated. It's looking really inflated for a lot of people. The only way to play this is Texas Tech, okay? For you to get BYU, for you to get an undefeated 8-0 BYU team on the road here, and they're catching 2 touchdowns, guys. I said in my video, this reminds me a lot of last week where we had Utah. We had Utah. They were favored by 10.5, 11 points against Cincinnati. That was a rank-on-rank matchup. Guys, I think that my cap kind of ended there. I didn't really have to go too much into the numbers on this one. But when we do look at the numbers, Texas Tech's defense is another level. It is elite. Number 1 in the country in terms of DFEI, number 4 in terms of success rate. It is up there with the greats, this whole season, right? It's up there with Ohio State. This defense cannot be ran on. This defense cannot be passed on. I get it, and I've been hesitant on this one all week because BYU is kind of scary as a dog, right? I got them as one of these like Cinderella teams, man. BYU, Vanderbilt's another one. These are teams that you know, time and time again, if you look past them or stuff, they can still come through. But I gotta stick with what got me here, and I think long term, whether it hits today or not, whatever. But long term, you take the team that's favored by double digits in a rank versus rank matchup, especially a higher ranked BYU, 8-0 BYU coming out of their bye week BYU. Yeah, no thank you. I don't want anything to do with BYU. It would be Texas Tech for me. John says play the unders. We could talk about it. John also wants to talk about the Penn State. Okay, let me see what you guys voted on the poll. Looks like you guys are leaning Texas Tech here. So and that kind of also brings up the conversation. Like, is it too much movement at this point, right? If you move from 10.5 up to 13.5, you have it. The 13 is kind of key, but you really gone through some key. You haven't really gone through so many key numbers. So I'm not calling this an over exaggeration or a crazy steam movement. But if this thing did get up to 14, it's not. I don't think it's going to touch 14 or 14.5. But if it did, then okay, maybe you have some value on BYU. But I think Texas Tech is the side here. Let's see, guys. Who's next? John wanted to talk about the under in this game. Let's talk about that one because I do have an opinion on that one as well. You have two teams. It makes it a little difficult to look at over-unders in this kind of game because you have BYU. They move really slow. They move super slow. They're 111th in terms of pace. Texas Tech is the opposite. They move pretty fast. They're 21st, in terms of pace. But what these two teams do well is they stick to the run. They are very consistent at sticking to the run. They're both top 30 in run frequency on the year. BYU actually does it with pretty good success as well. And I expect here with two teams that do run the ball, that stick with running the ball, they're pretty consistent. That keeps the clock running. You're not stopping the clock with every single incompletion. And this is a clash of two Titans here in the Big 12. The way I would be looking at the over-under would be the under between BYU and Texas Tech. I think that's the right side. How do you join the Discord? Link is in bio. Nick, to join the Discord, link is in bio. Press and hold the link if it doesn't work for you. Press and hold the link and open in browser. That should work for you. Harshawn wants to talk about Mississippi. All right, guys, what game is next? If we're done with Texas Tech and BYU, what game is next, man? Again, guys, sorry I haven't been going live every single day. We had baseball season done. NBA and college basketball is getting started. I've been focusing my attention on the upcoming college football and NFL weeks. So if you guys want to talk about these games earlier in the week, I think we could do streams for that. But for the most part, yeah, man, I've made some changes in the Discord, some upgrades in the Discord, where I can now focus on what I do best, and that's college football and NFL currently, and then MLB would be my other sport. So that's what I've been doing during the week, man, just focusing, locking in on these games. What game y'all want to talk about next? Georgia, Mississippi, Missouri. Let's see. Can we get a consensus? Mississippi State. Okay, I'm seeing some Mississippi State. Let's go ahead and talk about this game. Also starts soon as well. Let's talk about Georgia versus Mississippi State, guys. Give me red for Georgia, red for the Bulldogs, red for Georgia, blue for Mississippi State. How are you guys playing this one? Just tap the emoji. You don't have to go find the emoji or type the red. No, just hit the color right there. Red for Georgia, blue for Mississippi State. We were talking about Georgia favored by 9.5 on the road at Mississippi State. The 7-1 Georgia Bulldogs, number 5 in the country against Mississippi State. Guys, there's been some weird this week. It looks like I know a lot of people use like Action app, the Action Network. Looks like the rankings have been off there a little bit. ESPN has had some weird rankings. Somebody called me out. Yo, BYU is not 8 and Texas Tech is not 9. I'm like, go to the AP polls website specifically, and you will see that it is 8 and 9. So it is number 5 Georgia at Mississippi State. This line is 9.5 with Georgia favored on the road. Let's talk about this one real quick, guys. You do have, in terms of scheduling, you have Georgia coming off of the win at the Swamp. Well, that was a neutral site. At Florida, they got the win there, not the cover though. So they were kind of, Florida kind of stayed in that game. Georgia, scheduling wise, guys, you got to pay attention to Georgia's schedule. They have Texas on deck, and that's a huge game there in the SEC. They got Georgia on deck next week. So how excited can they really get about Mississippi State? This is one of your bottom of the barrel teams in the SEC. They are 1-4 in conference play, 5-4 on the season. So a potential little look ahead spot there for Georgia. Let's talk about what these teams want to do. Both of these teams are really good, really consistent at running the ball. They stick to the run. They're both top 20 in terms of run frequency on the year. Neither team really does it with a ton of success. They're not super great at it. But what worries me here is the run defense. So both of these teams want to run the ball. Mississippi State is horrible at stopping the run. They are one of the worst teams at stopping the run. Georgia actually does a really good job at stopping the run. That is the strength of their defense here. But we're not talking about just winning the game. We're talking about covering the number here. And when it comes to talking covering the number, Georgia is famous for not covering the number, especially when it's a big number like this. In conference play, they're not good at all. They are 7-15 in conference play since 2024. So over the course of this season and last year, they don't cover in the SEC. They don't cover as a favorite. They are 5-14 win favored. And then Mississippi State, they get up for these games. They actually play the dog pretty well. The dog roll. They are 10-5 as a dog since 2024. They are 15-6 in the SEC play as a dog. They're overachieving this season. They are 8-1 on the season against the number. I think this number is too big. If I had to play this one, it would be Mississippi State for me, catching 9.5, almost 10 points here. Let me see what you guys said here. Score prediction. I don't do a whole lot of score predictions. I do think this game goes under. I looked at this for a potential under as well. But these defenses are kind of suspect. But I would say it was a 4-point win there for Georgia over Mississippi State today, man. Score prediction, man. If you guys actually go and place those picks, man, just 1-800, man. Looks like it was a tie on the poll, man. So, guys, come on. Sorry, I was talking about to my dog. Let's go, guys. What game is next? Drop another game. We got to keep it going, man. This is rapid fire, man. Let's go through as many games as possible. Hope you guys are appreciating. Hope you guys like the information I'm giving you guys. Hit the follow button if this is your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Again, guys, we are locked in. We are focused, man. I spent this week working on this college football slate, on this NFL slate for Sunday, and I know it's going to pay dividends, man. BYU, we already talked about that game, guys. Between BYU and Texas Tech, if I had to play it, Texas Tech is the right side. Again, long term, that's the right way to play this, man. You don't take the 10, 11, 12 points that you're getting with an undefeated, higher ranked team. I think these lines are purposely inflated. The price is very telling. This is just similar to last week, where Utah was favored by 11 at home against Cincinnati. What game is next, man? SMU and Boston College. I stick to top 25, guys. I do have some games outside of the top 25, but Boston College is not one of them. So let's try to stick to the top 25 guys, or at least the power conferences. Indiana, Army, Temple. I don't have anything for Army, Temple, man. Sorry about that, man. The reason I have success with college football is because I try to stick to my lanes, man, especially on a Saturday like this, man. Let's talk about Indiana. It looks like you guys want to talk about Indiana. So let's talk about Indiana versus Penn State. That's the other Big matchup here at 12 noon Eastern time. Let's talk about Indiana, the number 2 team in the country, against Penn State. Give me red for Indiana. Give me blue for Penn State. What side are you on? This line is up to 14 in favor of Indiana. Red for Indiana, blue for Penn State. Let's talk about this one, man. So this line is moving in favor of Indiana. It is a pretty public play. 70% of the public is on Indiana, but again, at least the line is moving in that direction. It is moving in their favor. We saw these teams a week ago. Looks like another week where people were counting on Penn State, and another week where they let them down. They were not in that game against Ohio State. They didn't cover the big number there. And again, similar aspect here, where if you looked at this in the preseason in the summer, you would think this number would be super close. You would expect it to be a tight game, but Penn State is broken, man. Penn State is broken right now in the Big Ten. They are 0-5. They haven't won a game in the Big Ten. They are 3-5 on the season. Indiana's rolling. They're 9-0, obviously. They are favored by double digits here. 2 touchdowns here. And this is a game simply where head coach Cignetti, man, he's had a lot of success in his first year, and this is one of those games where he could just bring out the belt and just whoop these boys here, man. Again, Penn State it's a lost season. You don't have much to play. You don't have anything to play for at this point. Not even a bowl game at this point. You had high aspirations and yeah, man. The first year starter there, Fernando Mendoza, man, he's balling. He's balling. His actual numbers look good. His expected, the advanced numbers look good. When this defense is playing phenomenal, when they get on the full season in the red zone, Indiana's only given up 2 touchdowns on the full season. They've only allowed 13 attempts on them. That's a 15% efficiency that opponents have on Indiana's defense, man. And this is with the third hardest schedule that they've played so far. This is not a pretty one. I think Penn State doesn't have anything to play for. I think Indiana wants to get the number 1 team in. They want to eventually touch that number 1 team in the country. I think this is a spot for Indiana to whip these boys belt to butts, man. It would be Indiana for me if I had to play this one. Are you leaning Georgia or Mississippi State? We talked about that game. If I had to play it, it would be Mississippi State for me. Let's get it, man. Let's keep it going, guys. Hit the follow button, guys. If it's your first time here, hit the follow button. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. I give you one of my top plays for free every single day in the Discord. So you get one of my top plays for free. On TikTok, occasionally I make a free play, free pick. So you might get one today. But if you want all of my daily free plays, they drop in the Discord. And then from there, if you want my top plays, my top selections, they drop in the Discord, the premium side. From there, you just subscribe. What game is next, guys? Somebody drop another game. Somebody drop a top 25 game, or at least a good one, man. I don't have West Virginia. I don't have West Virginia and Colorado on my bingo card, man. Like I said, I kind of focus on the top 25 and then a little bit of just outside of the top 25. But for the most part, top 30 or 40 or so, man. Again, guys, especially with this many games on, you really got to focus. You really got to lock in. Don't spray too much across the board, man. Auburn, question mark. What game y'all want to talk about next, man? Penn State plus the point. Good luck with that, brother. I just talked about that game. I don't have anything on it, but if I had to play it, I think Indiana. Dude, it just seems like Cignetti is out there just coaching his ass off, man. Like it could be a blowout, and this guy is still giving it everything he's got from a head coach perspective. Penn State just has nothing to play for, man, and they're just a team without a pulse, in my opinion. Oregon versus Iowa. Okay, let's go. You guys asking for Oregon versus Iowa? Let's talk about Oregon versus Iowa. Give me red for Oregon, blue for Iowa. What side are you on? Oregon is favored by 6 on the road. Number 6, Oregon is favored by 6 on the road at Iowa. Give me red for Iowa. Sorry, red for Oregon, blue for Iowa. What side are you on, man? What do you think about the BYU? We talked about that game plenty. If we talked about that game plenty, it would be Texas Tech for me. Again, I get it. I get it. It looks really appealing to take 2 touchdowns with BYU, to take double digits with BYU. Again, guys, long term, you don't take that team. You don't take the higher ranked team. You don't take the undefeated team catching that many points. That's not going to work for you long term. Now, could it work for you today? I'll be honest. Yeah, I'm a little BYU does scare me as a dog. As a dog, they are fantastic, man. They're definitely fantastic. They've been overcoming adversity all season. They're 7-1 as a dog since last year, and they just seem to find a way. But again, I got to stick to what got me here, and I think that's recognizing that they're not just going to give you all these points for free, man. It would be Texas Tech for me. But we're not talking about that game. We've already talked about it in detail. Let's talk about Oregon versus Iowa real quick. Oregon is favored by 6 on the road at Iowa. Guys, that should already get your spidey senses tingling there, man. Why is Oregon number 6 Oregon is favored by less than a touchdown at Iowa? Okay, that should already be a little suspicious there, and that's because Iowa's playing some good football. They are 6-2 on the season. They are 4-1 in Big Ten conference play. Both of these teams are coming out of a bye week. Yep, both of these teams are coming out of a bye week, so kind of neutralizes any advantage that you could have had for either way there. You do have a team here with Iowa. Their offense is awful. I'm not going to try to sit here and convince you that Iowa is going to, go down the field on Oregon's defense and make a whole lot happen, guys. But this defense is still top notch. It's still one of the best in the country. They're actually number 6 in efficiency. Number 61 on number 61 in success rate. So not a good success rate. So that means teams are moving the chains on them. But when it comes to clamping down and making stops when it matters most, they do it successfully. Yeah, their red zone defense is pretty good on the season. 10 touchdowns in 16 attempts. Guys, I am concerned here with the Iowa offense. Quarterback Mark Gronowski, not a guy that you really want to back. He's actually rated bottom 10 in the country here. But again, this cap kind of just like some of the other ones, man. This one kind of stops at the number for me. Oregon, the price is really telling, guys. Oregon, number 6 in the country, 7-1, just steamrolling teams week after week. They're only favored by a touchdown. I think that looks pretty inviting for people to take Oregon. If I had to play this game, I think Iowa catching 6 points at home is the right way to play it, man. Oregon doesn't look great on the road. Iowa has a good defense. Absolutely. Iowa's defense is another level, and they play even better at home. They are 13th in the country playing at home and at Iowa. Oregon on the road, I still got good numbers for Oregon on the road. So that wouldn't really stop me. What definitely is concerning, though, is the most red I'm seeing on my screen right now is just Gronowski, man. Gronowski, the quarterback. You got to hope that Oregon can stay in this game. But look at the total, guys. This total is set at 41.5, man. So with the total set at 41.5, under 40 points, man, you got to look at you got to look at the better defense here. You got to look at the better defense playing at home and catching 6 points, only 6 points. I think that's the price is really telling there, man. What game is next, man? Oregon smashed them. I'm not talking you off of it. I don't have anything on this one yet. This is a 3:30 start time. The majority of my games all start after 3 p.m. Eastern time today, guys. So y'all have plenty of time. I do have one early game that's getting ready to start at noon. But the majority of my games all start at after 3 p.m. Eastern time. So y'all got plenty of time if y'all want to get on. What game is next, man? Texas versus Mizzou. Texas A&M. I'm like, yeah, Texas is not. I don't think they're on the schedule today. Yeah, they're not. Indiana. We already talked about Indiana. If I had to play that one, yeah, I think Indiana is the right way to play it. Penn State just doesn't have a pulse, man. What game is next, man? Does Vanderbilt bounce back today? These are good questions, man. Texas Tech defense is elite. Iowa covers. Yeah, Jake, it looks like we're on the same page there, man. I'm trying to put 120 on a pick. Help me. Bro, I give you my opinion on pretty much every single game, man. If you want to join the Discord, that's where you get my top plays every single day, man. And it's not 120, it's $80, man. $80, you get access to all my plays. That's 4 weeks of college football, 4 weeks of NFL. And now I'm able to focus on these sports, man. I'm able to focus on the sports that I love most. Shoot, I haven't checked in on YouTube. Let me check in on YouTube, guys. Make sure everything's good there. Yeah. Hey, guys, you guys are quiet, man. You guys are watching, but you guys are quiet. Let me know in the chat if everything's coming through okay. Let me know what side of these games are you on. What game is next, guys? Drop another game. Missouri. Let's go to Missouri real quick, then. Mizzou at home against Texas A&M. Let's talk about this one real quick, guys. Give me red for Texas A&M. Give me blue for Mizzou. What side are you on? Red for Texas A&M, blue for Mizzou. My eyes are fine. I feel straight out here, man. Just working every single day, 7 days a week. For those of you guys that are in the Discord, even though, like I said, even though I'm shifting my focus a little bit more, even more towards college football and NFL, I'm still putting in the work on like NBA and college basketball games. But now I'm giving you guys both every picks every single day. You guys continue to get picks every single day. You guys get daily picks and top plays, man. So those top plays, we're going to make sure those are top tier plays, man. Those are the ones that you can go in with more confidence every single day, guys. Link in bio if you guys want to join the squad. We got everything you guys want. If you guys want just like the top tier plays, if you want to be real selective and just take like the plays of the week, we have a section for that. We have a channel for that. And then for people that want action every single day, we got plays for that. Obviously, you play those a little bit smaller. Those are just our day-to-day reads. But the games that we have a true edge on, those are the games we're gonna go in on. Those are the official plays, man. Let's go ahead and talk about Texas A&M versus Missouri. Texas A&M, number 3, the number 3 team in the country, is favored by 6.5 on the road at Missouri here. Missouri is still ranked number 19 here, guys. They are coming out of their break. Both of these teams are coming out of their break. So again, any advantage you might have had on one team or the other, you're not really going to have it here. Both of these teams are coming out off of the bye week. Before the bye week, we saw Missouri go into Vanderbilt, and they really gave it to Vanderbilt. And they gave it to them with their quarterback going down, Perbula. He's out for the season, and it was the true freshman, Zollers. My man came in, and I mean, he did what a true freshman quarterback with no experience could have done. I mean, I don't know. I feel like Vanderbilt, kind of struggled in that game. They really should have put that one away earlier, but Missouri kind of stuck around. On the other side, you have Texas A&M, man, and what can you say about this team, man? This team is just rolling. This team is rolling. They're 8-0, undefeated on the season, haven't lost a game, and they're just they are lethal, man. And in fact, when they hit the road, they're even better. They're actually the number 1 team in the country on the road. Number 11 overall, so they're playing even better on the road, but their defense is not really traveling that well, so that's a little bit concerning there. Again, guys, you have Marcel Reed on one side. He's playing really good football there, quarterbacking for A&M. His actual numbers are good. His advanced numbers look pretty good as well. You have two teams that want to run the ball. Both of them do it with pretty good success. Missouri has that running back there, Hardy. He's pretty good, and you should expect Missouri to have some success here on the ground because Texas A&M, their weakness on the defensive side is stopping the run. But guys, this is one where I usually do want to back the quarterback that's making his first career start. I do want to back, and kind of fade the overreaction that you're probably going to get with this one. But I'm not seeing a whole lot of overreaction with this one. In fact, this one's really balanced. 51% of the public is on Texas A&M. I'm going to take the better team here. I'm going to take the better quarterback. I'm going to take the quarterback I could trust, the one that has experience. Missouri can only do so much running the ball. Literally, they were giving the ball to Hardy, but Vanderbilt was just able to stack the box on them. I think in a similar fashion, Texas A&M can stack the box, knowing that the true freshman quarterback doesn't really pose a big threat. This would be Texas A&M for me today. That's the way I'm feeling. Texas A&M. A&M handles business on the road. Yeah, they definitely been doing that, man. Again, number one team in terms of offense. Their defense hasn't really traveled that well, but again, against a true freshman quarterback with no experience, yeah, I think A&M rolls here. Again, you guys, y'all got to look at these teams that are just borderline, top five. In the polls. These polls mean a lot when it comes, to seeding and playoffs. So Texas A&M here, number 3 team in the country, steadily has just been moving up every single week. They're knocking on the door here, man. They're knocking on the door here. So these teams kind of want to bust it open, man. A&M's offensive and defensive lines are legit. They can run the football. Missouri has some injuries on offense. Yeah. Missouri, again, to the quarterback. That is lethal. Let me check out the offensive and defensive lines here. If I'm seeing a real edge here. I'm not seeing a huge edge here in terms of sacks and sacks allowed. But hold up. Am I looking at Texas A&M? Here we go. Actually, yeah. Oh my God. Yes. This defensive line. Oh my God. They're averaging 4 sacks per game against a Missouri offensive line that cannot block for their quarterbacks. Obviously, they got, Purpula got hurt a couple weeks ago, so that doesn't help there. Yes, the Texas A&M is built really well inside out. This is a bad matchup in the trenches, and a lot of times, guys, that is where these games are decided. You do have an edge on both sides of the lines for Texas A&M. Good point, brother. Good call on that one. Do you have anything for Wake Forest and Virginia? Virginia is ranked, so I do have something for that, guys. If you guys want to talk about Virginia, Wake Forest, let me know. Can we talk about Colorado if you haven't already? I don't have anything for Colorado, guys. Again, I kind of stick to top 25, and then I branch out a little bit. I don't have Colorado on my card for today. Just not a game I'm really looking at. Vanderbilt needs a bounce back. You guys want to talk about Vanderbilt? We still haven't talked about that. Missouri top 10 in rushing. Yeah, absolutely. They can run the ball. They got a hell of a running back there with Hardy, but again, you can only do so much, man. They're going to stack the box when you know that the run is the only thing you could defend. I can tell you about Colorado. They stink. They had one good spot. Earlier in the season where it was a good play. But yeah, Colorado, no thank you, man. Texas A&M spread. Yeah, so the way to play it would be Texas lay the points with Texas A&M in my opinion. Oregon, Iowa. We already talked about Oregon, Iowa. I think the right move there is to take Iowa catching 6 points. That number is just so weird, bro. You got the number 6 team in the country. They are 7-1, Oregon, number 6 in the country, and they're only favored by 6 points. They're not even favored by a whole touchdown, right? At least if this thing was 7.5, you would say, okay, they're 7 and a hook. Okay, they got to win by more than a touchdown. This thing is under a touchdown. That's I think that's the price is really telling there, man. What game is next, man? LSU versus Alabama. We haven't talked about that one. Let's go ahead and talk about LSU versus Alabama. Give me red for Alabama. Red for Bama, blue for LSU. What side are you on today? Red for Alabama, blue for LSU, guys. We're about to wrap it up soon. Let me make sure everybody in the Discord is good. Red, guys. Come on. Yo, cast your votes, man. Tap. This is a good one, too. 7:30. Well, a year ago, this one would have been a great one. But yeah, red for Alabama, blue for LSU. What side are you guys on? If you're watching me on YouTube, guys, hit the subscribe button. Give me a little thumbs up as well. Let's talk about LSU versus Alabama. Alabama favored by 10.5 on the road. At home. Whoops. Hey, bro, what are you doing? LSU is favored by 10.5. Alabama is favored by 10.5 against LSU. Excuse me. Number 4, Alabama is favored by 10.5 at home against LSU. Guys, the key headline in this game. Sorry, man, my dog is bugging. The key headline in this game, guys, is Brian Kelly. He is no longer here, the head coach for LSU. He is out, okay? So you got an interim head coach there, and typically you do want to play on a team that clearly has a roster. They still have a good roster, but they fired their head coach. Why do you want to play on a team that has done that? Because you want to... these players want to prove that it wasn't them. They want to prove that it wasn't them, right? So you got Garrett Nussmeier there. Obviously, he's shown us some good flashes, there of being capable of being pretty good. So these guys are now proving they're not okay. Now the head coach is out. Now it's your time to prove. Are you going to be here next year, or do we got to replace you too? So this is a chance. That's generally the concept. When a head coach is fired, and that's not the only game that it's applicable to today. What do you have here in terms of offense? In terms of offense, you know you're going to have an edge with Alabama here. Throwing the ball, they do have an edge here with Ty Simpson, man. This guy, this first year starter, man, he's come out really well. His actual numbers are good. His advanced numbers are really good. Again, Nussmeier, he's shown us the ability, but he so far on the season has definitely been underwhelming. Neither of these teams want to run the ball. They don't even try. They don't have success at it. But again, LSU still has a defense, man. LSU has a defense, guys. I've mentioned it a few times. This goes back to where when I think it was in LSU on primetime when Florida went in there and DJ Lagway literally kept handing the ball off to LSU. Guys, that defense, despite five interceptions there thrown by Lagway, still was just dominant. And this is a game here where I think they can give Alabama some problems, guys. This is one of the ones that I mentioned where Alabama is in reverse. This thing opened up 11 Alabama favored by 11.5 at home. This thing is down to 10.5, but the public is on Alabama. Scheduling wise, you could probably see that LSU, Alabama's favored by double digits here, and they have Oklahoma on deck. They have a huge game next week against Oklahoma. Can they really get excited about LSU? I think this game means way more to LSU than it does to Alabama. This is not a matchup. This is not a matchup that Alabama, I think, is going to go all in for. I think they want to get in and out against a team that is kind of licking their wounds. Meanwhile, LSU, I would say this is a team that still kind of has a pulse in terms of taking a side. And I think LSU is the right side here, catching 10.5 points in Alabama. Wake versus Virginia. I got you, brother. LSU was getting held back by Brian Kelly. We're going to see that today, guys. We're going to see that today. But yes, I think, guys, both of these teams are coming off of a bye week. And another good point here is that they're coming off of the bye week, but the bye week, I think, is going to serve two different purposes here. You have LSU was just again, licking their wounds going into the bye week, firing the head coach. Everything that could go wrong went wrong for LSU. They had a week off, and you have a chance here to to use that bye week to get better, to get healthier, to fire your head coach, and to get your interim head coach up to speed. I think LSU wants to rally there. Coming out of the bye week, going into it on such a bad note. Meanwhile, Alabama, they were rolling going into the bye week. In fact, they won 7 straight games heading into their bye week. You have to go back all the way to the game against Florida State in week 1 that Alabama lost. So they were absolutely rolling into the bye week. I don't think that bye week helps you when you're absolutely rolling. I think it kind of serves as a momentum stopper, right? It could kind of stop your momentum, and not only stops your momentum, but you kind of you're kind of just patting yourself on the back. You're celebrating. You're probably in Cancun. You're not really focused. You're not really locked in and focused, right? When you had such a good start to your season and then you're on a bye week. I think this is LSU, man. My man Henry's been asking about Wake Forest versus Virginia. Let's go ahead and talk about that one, guys. We're going to wrap it up soon. So last call, man. Last call if you guys want to drop some more plays. Give me red for Virginia. Give me blue for Wake Forest. How are you guys playing Wake Forest versus Virginia? Virginia is favored by 6.5 at home. Number 12 team in the country, Virginia. Virginia. Red for, guys, cast your votes, man. Cast your votes. Red for Virginia, blue for Wake Forest. Virginia favored by 6.5 at home here against Wake Forest. Let's talk about this one real quick. Virginia rolling. They are absolutely rolling. They've won 7 games in a row now. Things couldn't look better there for Virginia. They were coming off of a good win, a very good win at Cal. They went across the country last week and picked up a win. That's good news there. What do these teams want to do? Virginia wants to run the ball. They are 28th in terms of run frequency. They don't have a ton of success with it, but they're okay. They're okay at running the ball. Wake Forest, that doesn't really. Wake Forest defense is actually pretty good. In fact, really good. They're top 20 in terms of efficiency, top 10 in terms of success rate. That's pretty good there. They're on the road. Their defense doesn't travel that well, but still pretty good here. It's the offense. The offense for Wake Forest has been so awful. The quarterback play has not been good. It's bottom 20, bottom 30 in the league, in the country, in terms of quarterback play there. But it's not like the quarterback play. It's not like the offensive play for Virginia has been that great either. It really hasn't been that great at all. This is a team here that is, again, you have a number 12 team at home catching less than a touchdown. Less than a touchdown here in a game where you really don't have a ton of edges, right? You don't want to, of course you take Virginia's offense over Wake Forest, but is the gap really that drastic? I don't know. I think Wake Forest and their defense could keep them in this game. I think Virginia's kind of on their high horse right now. And this is another one where I think the price is a little telling here. You got Virginia catching less than a touchdown against Wake Forest, who's kind of middle of the pack, bottom of the barrel in conference play and ACC. I think this is a spot for Wake Forest, man. That's the way I would play it. Is Texas Tech still the right side at 13.5? Yes, I think 13.5 is still the right side. 13 is kind of key, though. I would consider getting the hook. If you're going to play Texas Tech, I would do it at 13 instead of 13.5. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Link is in bio if you guys want to join the squad. It's $80. $80 includes a whole month. It includes a full month of picks. You get my top plays and daily picks every single day. Every single day you guys get action. And I expect things to get even better, man. Our college football and our NFL has been pretty good on the full season. I expect it to be even better. We're hitting 60% on the NFL season. Went 2-0 on Thursday. So I'm excited for some NFL. I've had a couple weeks where NFL freaking got me. So now that I'm focused and locked in on it, I think we're gonna have some better results for NFL consistently every single week, and college football, guys. We swept last Saturday. We went 5-0 on our Saturday college football last week. Let's do it again tonight, man. Do you like BYU catch 7.5? My man said I don't even need the 13.5. Give me 7.5 with BYU, brother. Again. BYU a little bit of a scary dog here, right? BYU a little bit of a scary dog. They are pretty good as a dog. They are 7-1 as a dog, dating back to 2024. They've been really good. They've been really good against ranked teams, 6-3 against the number. They've been really good against their conference, 14-6. in Big 12 play dating back to last year. I get it. BYU is one of these dogs that does concern me. It does concern me a bit, but man, again, I got to stick to what got me here. And long term, you're not going to have success taking all these points with an undefeated team, with a higher ranked team. The BYU is going to be challenged today. This Texas Tech defense is another level. They've seen nothing like this defense before. This Texas Tech defense is up there with the Ohio States of the world, of the country. So long term, guys, Texas Tech is the right side. If you're on BYU today, I'm not talking you off of it. Definitely a game that I was a little bit hesitant on, but yeah, Texas Tech for me would be if I had to pick, man. What's up, bro? Juan, we are heading out of here, man. It was last call already. Roadrunner says I like them. Beep beep. Yeah, I'm not talking you off of BYU, but if I had to pick a side, I think Texas Tech is the right side. Does James Madison roll? I don't have James Madison on my card for today, man. It's not one of the games that I've worked on, so I don't want to lead you in the wrong direction, man. We in the Discord sounds good, brother. Let's get it today, man. Last Saturday we had a huge success. We went 5-0 on college football. It's been a little bit of a up and down roller coaster though for the last 2-3 weeks. Let's get it today, man. Let's focus. Let's lock in. I've worked all week on this college football slate and the NFL slate for tomorrow. I'm expecting it to pay off, man. I'll see you guys in the Discord if you have any questions. If I didn't get to any of your questions, drop it in the comment section on my last video. I will respond. And yeah, man. Have a great day, guys. Go dominate. Go be good, man. Play responsibly. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace. YouTube, Twitter, YouTube Mobile. Thanks for catching